These are some cranes that I saw on the side of the road. I had to stop, turn around, and take a picture for y'all. Just out on the side of the road, not too far from a pond. If you're wondering why they're in a, looks like a dirt parking lot. It's been raining so much, the frogs are out. Look at that little critter. That's a big one. I don't usually, never seen one that big up here. On my property, that is. Huh. Well, you're welcome on the property, 'cause I'm told that you eat bugs. So, you are welcome on the property. End up scaring him. I don't want to scare him. Yeah, something tells me I don't want to eat no frog legs today. And you might be wondering why I'm fighting with this by hand rather than just use my tractor. It's because I grabbed 4 logs at one time, and with the grapple, if I tried to, I'd have to go drop those logs somewhere else. So I come back and grab that one single log, which would take just about as much time, a little bit less effort, but just about as much time. And I guess I just didn't want to spend the fuel. And there you go, almost there. Let's quit playing around and get to milling this log up. So that's just about as fast as I can do it by myself, running a log, loading the log on and milling it up. Got some pretty nice 2x6s out of it, 3 of those. And these are true 2x6s. And then 2 1/2-inch thick boards. One is a 1/2 by 6 inches. And the other one is what I would call a 6-inch or a 1/2-inch live edge. And Bill wants both of those. He wants some that are just 1/2-inch thick, 6 inches wide, and some of them that are at least around 6 inches wide and 1/2-inch thick live edge. So, and then, you know, I still have a little bit of bark on there, especially that one right there, but it's still a 2x6. In my opinion, I would use it as a 2x6. I could just cut it into a 2x4, but I need, with the logs that I have, they're small diameter, and 2x6s are what I need. And if he doesn't want it, if he doesn't want that one, that's cool. I'm milling up extras, and then I will use that on either my greenhouse or my chicken coop. No problem, doesn't bug me, doesn't bother me at all. So I'm not only just milling up for Bill, but I am also milling for myself. And the way I look at it is, if I'm putting it in a pile for him to pick through, I'm saying that that's good enough for me, for my buildings. You know, I'm not building a house or anything. I wouldn't build a structural house with it. But a chicken coop, a greenhouse, I have no problems using that. Even a shed, I'd have no problems using that. So if I'm willing to use it, if he doesn't want it, I will keep it for myself. And that's just kind of how I do it. That's how I pick it. If I won't keep it for myself, I'm definitely not going to give it to somebody else. So I'm going to get these boards stacked up on their piles, their respective piles, get these other 3 logs milled up, and try to get this done before it starts getting really warm. It's going to be a beautiful day. The sun is already almost topping those trees. And once it starts beating on me, it gets really hot. So I'm going to try to get these done. Wow, what a beautiful day it's going to be. And I'm going to enjoy some of this day as well, because we've had too few of these types of days this year, and I'm not going to just work my life away. The dollar bills just aren't worth it anymore. So summary wrap up on milling this morning. I was able to get 5 really nice 2x6s and 5 really nice 2x4s, multiple 1/2-inch thick pieces, a really nice 1x4, and a couple stickers. I also got more firewood that I really don't know what to do with. That is my slab pile now. And I'm gonna have to do something with it really quick or really soon. Plus the sawdust. And one thing that most people don't realize is as much time as I spend running the sawmill, or as little time as I spend running the sawmill, I spend way more time collecting the logs and then dealing with the aftermath of the milling. So the amount of time that I spend on the sawmill, you could probably go ×4, and that's the actual time I have into the lumber that I make for hours worked. And then you have to realize, going out into the woods, I have fuel to get there. I have fuel for my tractor if I take it, fuel for my chainsaw, oil for the chainsaw, all the miscellaneous tools that I have to be able to cut the trees down and get them loaded onto my trailer. So there's a lot more that goes into having a sawmill than just having a sawmill, which I don't mind, and I'm not complaining. I just think that a lot of the times people see videos where people are running their wood miser, and everybody thinks, wow, it'd be so nice to have one of those. But nobody really shows all of the extra work that goes into running the sawmill, having the sawmill. There's hours of pre-work that goes into it, and there's hours of post-work that goes into it. Because this pile of slabs, when I go to cut it up into firewood, if I don't just find somebody to either get a couple dollars for it, or I can always give it away, but then I'm out all of the gas. You know, it's kind of if I can get a couple dollars for it, then it is a way to recoup some of my costs. But most people look at it when you tell them you have a sawmill, they think that they can get the boards really cheap from you. And in most cases, I can't cut them cheaper than Lowe's or Home Depot. If you add in all of the work that goes into it, all of the work, there's so much. If you add all of that up, it's cheaper for you to go to Home Depot or Lowe's and buy the lumber. I can't compete because those are huge sawmills that are doing mass production, and they'll go through a log, like my size logs, they wouldn't even look at. The logs that I'm milling, they wouldn't even look at. They're not big enough. But they'll go through a big log in, 2 minutes? And it takes me 17 minutes to mill my little small log. So, I mean, that's just the scale of operation. That's how they have to do it to be able to turn a profit. So I'm not complaining. I'm just trying to educate a few people a little bit more. If they're thinking about going and getting a sawmill and they're going to make tons of money, I would think again about that. If you're not doing it for, like I did it, for a hobby, for something fun to do because I enjoy it. I enjoy hard work. I really enjoy sweating. The reason why I milled early this morning is to beat the heat. And I probably won't mill again until later this evening when the sun is on the other side of the trees and I have shade again. Just because it's not fun to sit there and have the sun beating on your back. It still looks like it's shady, but the sun is beating on your back. So again, I'm not trying to rant or anything, just open up people's eyes a little bit more to realize all that goes into having the sawmill. It's really cool to make lumber, but it's a lot of hard work as well. So on a lighter note, I did hit a garage sale. I haven't hit very many garage sales this year. Really haven't bought a whole lot at the garage sales that I have gone to. They just haven't had anything that I really needed or thought I wanted. But I always do like getting the milk crates when I see them. And then here's another milk crate that I got. And those were $2 a piece. And then he had this propane tank, and it's got the old valve on it and everything, but he just gave it to me for free, and it's about 3/4 of the way full of fuel. It's still got a lot of fuel in it. So that right there is about $15 just in fuel that I got for free for $8 that I spent at the garage sale. Yeah. Another garage sale had the keyboard here for the computer. I have one, but my keys are starting to stick on it, so I figured for $1 I might as well give it a try. And then at the garage sale where I got the propane tank and the milk crates, I also picked up this electric saw. Kind of nice to have this electric saw when you don't want to pull out your big gas-powered chainsaw just to cut a small, do a small cutting job. This is a Husqvarna 316 electric. Now, he was from Fairbanks, and his wife did the ice carving. They have a big contest up there in the wintertime each winter, and she would do the ice carving. And so she had multiple saws and multiple tools, and he was selling them at his garage sale down here. And he said if he didn't sell them down here, he'd just take them up to Fairbanks and sell them. But yeah, this saw right here, I was able to get it for $80, so I don't feel too bad about that. But they filed all of the rakers off so that they could eat through the ice a lot faster. So that chain is no good for me, what I want to do. I'm not even going to try it, but I will get another chain, and then I'll be able to see just how good it actually cuts. I know it does run. We tested it out there, but we didn't actually try to cut it into a log or anything. So I guess I'm taking a little bit of a chance, but I feel pretty confident that that it still works just fine. So, but yep, that keyboard is another thing. I took a really small chance on it, but I'm sure it works just fine too, because I didn't test it out. We did run the saw. We did actually, you know, plug it in, and it actually ran, and it seemed to work just fine in that aspect. But under a load, I'm not 100% sure, because we never tried it under a load. But you know, I figured I'd throw my garage sale finds for this weekend to this video as well. And if you made it this far into the video, I just want to thank you for watching this edition of Not So Remote Alaska. And until next time, may God bless and keep each and every one of you. And with that, I am out.